it's hard for people to answer this question. And amazingly enough, only 3% of people get it right. Yet someone said, wow, that should tell you something. If only 3% of the public get it right, even if they're guessing at random, there's some misinformation out there. They're clearly not guessing at random. There's something telling people that this could not possibly be the answer. And I'm really going to only be choosing from among these other three answers. Actually, the most common answer we get is D. So that probably says something about what people think about the purpose of law might be. And the reason I know that the purpose of copyright is to advance learning is because I can go to the Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8 of the Constitution. The Progress Clause tells us the purpose is to promote progress in society. There's really good reason for understanding this. Think about the context in which this language was developed. We were a young nation. We were developing the Constitution at a time when we were trying to grow this nascent land of ours. And yes, a lot of bad things happened, but also a lot of good things happened. And the government said, we want people to be able to share knowledge with other people. We actually want society to be able to grow, not from having to reinvent the wheel every time, but to actually learn from each other and share that information. In particular, copyright at this stage in history protected maps. Maps were so critical to the development of the nation. And so the idea that we would use copyright law to get people to create maps so that other people could use those maps, it was critical for what we were doing. Think about this aspect of the room, for instance. Look around you. Every single thing in this room was developed by lots of people, not just a single person. There is no such thing, I'm sorry to tell you, as the giants whose shoulders you might stand on. You know, you've heard that saying. People attribute it to Schopenhauer and to Newton. It's actually this guy named Bernard de Chartres who said that first. At least that's what I found when looking through the HathiTrust. So I searched all of the books in there, and that is the oldest reference. And I cross-checked with Google, and that is still the oldest reference to this idea of seeing farther for standing on the shoulders of giants. But I have to tell you, there are no giants. There are no giants. It's just piles and piles of dwarves. And we are the dwarves. We are all the dwarves. And this is at the heart of what copyright is about. It is about the collective of human knowledge allowing us, through successive approximations, to advance society. This is the purpose. Think about how closely aligned that purpose is with what we do in the academy. It's precisely what we do, over and over again, iterating, repeating other people's research and continuing that research, expanding upon it, citing to the earlier works of many others in order to advance knowledge. Yes, sometimes we see new things or see them from new angles, and we write about those things. It's wonderful that we do that, but none of us, even the smartest among us, who I know I'm staring at here, are above the aggregate. And this is the power of what copyright has to deal with. So just keep all this in mind, that there is an ultimate purpose. The ultimate purpose is to promote progress. We use things like rewarding authors and providing incentives and having legal remedies to achieve that goal, which is our goal in the academy, the advancement of knowledge and society.